Factions is fundamentally disconnected. You go to spawn to PvP, use cannons to raid when they're offline, but when you have the most fun is when they're connected both together, when you
Oh my
raid
god.
and
They are
PvP at the same
getting us.
time between two different factions. And that's what makes factions fun. So how do we do that? How do we connect them together? All right, guys, so here is the idea to make factions more active, less rigid, and less permanent. More activity to more warfare in factions. That's what we want. We want more activity, more action, more excitement in factions. Right now, it's lame, 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 and boring. There's nothing to do. That's what everyone says. So this is, it could be a solution. I'm not saying, it will work perfectly, but it's, it could be a solution to the problem. So right now, I'm next to a faction. They are called Dynamo. So if I did F claim right now, it wouldn't cost me anything to do that. And I would have that claim right next to their base. So if Dynamo wanted to expand their operation, their base, they wanted to expand their claims, they could not because I own this claim. There's no way they're going to take that from me. If I, log in every once in a while, they are screwed. They would have to move bases because I just ruined their whole plan. So this right here would be the idea, is use blocks so they can be blown up and taken. So right now I would place that block. I would own this faction, whatever faction I am in, I would own this claim. Maybe you could have them at shop for a certain amount. It doesn't really matter. You guys could work that out, all the little details. But right now, the defenders, Dynamo, could actually cannon this, take the land claim. Of course, that could be used for their claims and stuff. And then that just makes the exchange between factions a little more dynamic and less permanent. So that is the idea, and you can just add people to your chunks. Whoever you want to access, you could like right click it or something like that, and that would work. So it's just giving more of an opportunity to exchange, claims. All right, guys, here is another idea. This is completely optional. I'm just kind of throwing this out there. This was kind of my map for Faction Academy, what it was going to be, but it didn't get implemented. So forget about the hub, the canon server, newbie factions. Just think about a regular faction server and then a resource world. And why you would want a resource world is because on the faction server it would cost money to claim. So you would have them land claim blocks that I just showed you guys earlier, that you would place that down. Say if you saw some cactus or sugarcane that you wanted to collect, you place that down, but that would give someone, if you're collecting resources in that and you didn't have your land claim block protected, someone could take that from you. So it would give um, another element to factions that you would have to kind of work out. And in the resource world, there would be no claiming, and it would just be a high octane area of a lot of PvP, some really intense PvP, especially if you added airdrops. So their airdrops, it would be announced in the regular faction server. People would jump over there, try to get that stuff. It'd just be a massive PvP battle every once in a while. And there would be people already collecting resources. So there would be a lot of people, and I would make this resource world very, very small. So it'd be, if you go over there, you're basically trespassing on other bigger factions resources because you're the small fish. So it'd be kind of like, you would want to get some friends, you go collect resources in this world, and then you come back to the regular faction server. Because say if you didn't want to um, you know run around with your land claims to collect stuff in this world, you can do it for free in the resource world. So I think it would just add an extra element of excitement, It might work, might not, doesn't really matter. That's just another idea that you could throw in to spice faction gameplay up a little bit.
All
So let's go
right,
on.
so here's another idea how you could update faction maps. So the problem is with square maps, of course, the corners are going to be highly sought after because, of course, there's only two directions it can actually come at you. So those are highly sought over. That's why Guntroller has that thing where you can't claim within a certain amount of chunks. So basically, making the outsides worthless. And the whole reason why you'd want to be on the outsides is because, of course, you don't have to do as much work. You have, three sides. If you're just on the border, you only have to do three walls. But if you're on the edges, on the corners, you only have to do two, of course. So this is my idea, is to have a circular map. Of course, you would have to rewrite the factions plugin somehow. And basically how it goes is it goes like this, like claims like that in a circular fashion. And then it goes this way, so kind of like a circle. So the most sought out places would be the very ends right here. So you'd only have to protect one area right here. If you got all these claims, bam, they only have to do one area. You only have to do, so this just decreases the total amount of work you have to do. So these four areas would be the most sought after, and then regular areas like this on the corner, on the circular parts, only people can come after you this way and this way. They can't come because you can't attack from down that way. So it's no matter what, everyone gets a corner. So that just decreased the total amount of work you have to do on the base. It would speed up faction gameplay, and that's the whole reason why I thought of the idea. All right, guys, I have a awesome idea that could be implementing factions, and basically the idea is a faction war mini game that would be implemented in taking over claims. So attacking and defending would be done in a mini game. That's just one way you could do it. So um, completely disregard the land claim block I was talking about earlier. This is a F war idea of trying to get claims from bases. Say I am the attacker. I am this redstone. I want to lay siege or F war. I would probably do F war or F siege or something like that on this land claim block from the defenders. So he just laid war on this defender. So maybe you could have a cooldown of like 3 days, and it would cost like 15,000, or make it expensive like 20, 30,000 to lay a siege or a war on a claim. And what would happen is, say you have a week to get a certain amount of points, and points would be all done in here. So whatever the outcome is in this mini game would determine if the attackers would take over this claim. So my idea would be like, um, say you have to get 30 points to take over this claim. One person, one defender would only be worth, or one attacker would only be worth 1 point. Two attackers would be worth 4, so it doubles, or it times it by itself. So three attackers would be worth 9, 4 would be 16, 5 would be 25, and say you have to get like 30 points to get over this, to actually take over that land claim. So it could be somewhat like the walls or something. Say your attackers are on this side, and like maybe like 15 minutes has passed by. You collect resources in this little area. Everyone kind of spawns in. No one has anything. The defenders would, of course, have advantage. They would have some kind of structure maybe already pre-built, maybe a slightly better weapons. Maybe this could be you don't collect resources. Maybe there's just chests full of items, and then you each, get some items, and then
It could be like a PvP thing where the attackers have to kill all the defenders, or it could be like you have to blow up their base. It could be whatever you want it to be. And after the time limit has gone by, it's a fair game and you attack each other. Maybe you could do it with claims, like you have a couple of claims on here, and you have to basically take over the claims, kind of like over claiming them in this mini kind of faction battle. So there's tons and tons of ideas you could do with this. I would love, love, love to see this grow in development. So if you have ideas, put them in the comment section. I want to see how we can expand upon this idea to make factions interesting again, like make it fun. Let's make some, just throw in some awesome ideas, and let's get to work on these ideas. That's what we want. So if you guys like that idea, I think it would be really, really fun. There would be tons of work to do on the idea. To actually set it up, to get someone skilled enough to write code for this would be pretty difficult, but I think it would be worth it in the long run. I think I remember reading about it. I think Being Sad said something about that on Guntroller suggestion forums or something like that. I'm just kind of throwing my kind of spin on it. F4, F Siege would be amazing kind of thing within factions, because right now, attackers have complete 100% advantage at taking over base. All they have to do is wait till they're offline. All the attackers have, or the defenders, all they have right now is being online and repairing walls when they can, or just having a crap ton of walls. There's really nothing the defender has to, protect his stuff anymore. So trying to work a way how we can rebalance factions, maybe make, slabs more powerful, or, cobble more blast resistance or something. We have to start configuring factions where it's a little bit more equal. So uh, that's my idea. Let's play around with some ideas. Let me know what you guys think. And I think that is about it, guys. If you have any suggestions or anything, make sure to put it in the comments and I will respond. I will see you guys next time.